Welcome to today's video. Today I am going to be swatching my Copic markers. I have a set of 72 here. You can find this set down below in the description box. I first love to swatch. So I've swatched before these markers, but I swatched them on some just regular copy paper. And so I got my XPress paper in, and so I will be using this paper to do all of my coloring moving forward. I wish I would have gotten this paper sooner. I was in such denial. I was using copy paper for the longest and it worked just fine. However, with this XPress paper, oh my gosh, it takes the blending to the next level. So we're going to start off with the family of RV and the Copic markers. First, let's talk about just some Copic marker basics. So Copic markers are alcohol-based markers known for their vibrant colors and blendability. And I can attest to the blendability. It is on point. I have used some cheaper markers in the past and it just does not do justice. So that's why I went ahead and invested in these Copic markers and I have not looked back. I still will use my cheap markers for just a little coloring fun, but for my bigger craft coloring projects, it's Copic markers all day for sure. So let's get into these coloring categories. They come in a wide range of colors and they follow the coloring wheel, which is just lovely. We're starting off with red violet today, and I'm going to move around the coloring wheel. I'm going to be showing a coloring wheel throughout the video to keep me on track because I will go off on a tangent. So I'm trying to stay focused and make sure that I continue to move along the coloring wheel. So anyway, there's a wide range of colors from reds to blues to greens and even more. And each color family has a number system. So there is some controversy between what the numbering system is all about. So I'm going to explain to you based off of what helps me to get great blendable colors. Okay. I think that's kind of like my thing. I'm able to come up with color combinations like very well. I took a year of basically color theory. I am self-taught. And how did I even learn about color theory? I literally took classes online through YouTube and Skillshare. Both of those things I was able to learn color theory pretty well to be able to just make great color combinations. I'm going to show y'all some examples of some stuff that I colored in. And my goal is to just continue sharing how I blend these markers because these markers are just amazing if you know what you're doing. So we're moving on to the reds here. The reds are so gorgeous. So like I was saying, these are two things that I was able to color with these Copic markers. And oh my gosh, this paper just made it so easy. When I was using copy paper, it was fine. However, that blendability, I had to work a little harder to get the solvent in the markers to really blend. And so with this particular paper, I'm using less ink and less marker for each one of my drawings, which is a win. Also, did you know that Copic markers are refillable? Yes. So yes, you've invested all this money and you can just get refills whenever you get done. I like to clean my markers up, refill them. I don't let my markers go below 13 grams. Yes, that's right. I use a scale to weigh my markers to know when's the next time that I need to refill. So I could do a whole video on refilling, but I actually have a short on here and I'll just link it down below so that you can see how I actually refill markers. I love using shorts to like kind of show y'all quick tips. So moving right along, I wanted to mention something really quick. So Copic markers does not call its markers orange. It calls it yellow red. Yes, and it makes complete sense when you're looking at the color wheel and going around. And yeah, it's orange though. I only have a few of these orange colors. I'll probably be throwing those in a different kind of combinations. And so while I'm on the topic of combination, let's quickly talk about the number system. So the first digit indicates the color family. So we've been talking about that a little bit. If you're looking at this color wheel over here, you see that we have several color families over here, and that's what the marker goes off. So you have red, red, orange, yellow, red. I'm moving on into yellow, green at the moment. And there's tons and tons of combinations as well as tons and tons of markers. And so that leads me to the second digit. So here's the controversy around that second digit. I've been explained it a few different ways. So I believe on the website, it says that the second digit represents the saturation level, with 0 being the lightest and 9 being the darkest. Okay, let's talk about that a little bit further. So I like the way someone else explained it to me. So, and I only say this because as I am delving further into my coloring journey, I find what I'm about to explain to you to be a better explanation when combining colors. So there's a lady that I was listening to, and basically she said that second number, you want to think of it as the mom. So if you're thinking about the genealogy of Copic markers, that second number is basically where that marker saturation is coming from. And so if you look out through the markers, you'll see that in each color family, they're going to have like a 2, they're going to have a 3, they're going to have a 4, they're going to have a 5. But all those 2s are from the same mom. Yes, that's the way I heard it. I love your thoughts on it. I hope I'm explaining it well. So even though something is like red, 2 is the mom of the genealogy that it came from. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't know. In my head, it makes complete sense because I look at 2 in yellow, red. I look at 2 in yellow. I look at 2 in green, and I can think of it all in the same mom family, if that makes any sense. So moving on, I hope that made sense. If not, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do my best out here. So we're moving on, y'all. They gave us a bunch of blues in this particular set. The set that I'm using today, I'm going to leave down below. You can get all your Copic marker items off of Amazon. Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to leave the link down below of the set that I am using. If you follow along my YouTube channel, if you subscribe, I have videos on here to help you to practice. And so I have some videos that will help you just practice with the blending and and just moving forward in your color journey. When you first start, you're just, getting used to your markers. But after a while, you're going to want some challenges. And that's what I do on my YouTube channel. I'm hoping to be able to be some of your first blending challenges through my illustrations. I illustrate all the pictures that you see on my channel. Yep, that's right. It's all me. I got into this coloring, illustrating journey just a few years ago. By trade, I'm a registered nurse. However, my mom told me that I have always been someone who's creative and always been someone who can draw. And I don't really remember this. She said, you've always been able to draw. And I was like, what? So anyway, in the last few years, long story short, I quit my 6-figure nursing job to do something less stressful. I still work as a nurse, but not in such a high capacity, high stress role, which has been beneficial. And during that journey, I picked up coloring, which has been just so great in my life. I love coloring. It helps me to just forget about what's going on around me and just focus on creating or coloring what is right in front of me. So it has been really a good gift. So we actually got through with all the colors and we're moving over to the earth tones. But real quick, I need to mention what that last digit means on these Copic markers. The last digit denotes the hue within the saturation level. So That's what that number means. So that's the number system. But let's get into what is going on with E. E is definitely not on the coloring wheel, as you notice. However, E is still a very important color. So in the Copic markers, the E color represents the earth tones within the Copic color system. These colors are typically associated with nature. I've also seen that these colors work great on skin. Like when you're trying to do different skin tones, these are the ones that you want. Okay. These colors, they typically associate with nature, elements such as soil, rocks, wood, and other earth materials. I'm hoping later on I can show y'all how to do landscapes and stuff. We'll get into that. That's way down the line. But for now, we're going to work just on blending. But the E, it just can range from those light tanes to beiges and even deep browns. There's just so many different colors, and this particular set gives us just a wide range. And these colors can be blended with other color families, especially like greens and yellows, to make that foliage as well as trees and landscapes. It just adds that richness and depth to the illustration at hand. And so the last set of markers that I have going on here are your grays. Don't sleep on grays, guys. Grays are going to give you that extra depth too. I've been messing around with grays for a little bit, and I really enjoy incorporating them for shadows and different things in my work. So we'll get more into it as y'all dive in with me on this coloring journey. I made a little mistake on my swatch sheet, and I refused to do a new swatch sheet. It is what it is. And I'm glad I made a mistake on just black. I don't really use black. Black I'll use for like clothing and stuff. And if I'm doing like a fashion illustration, something like that. But it's really hard to combine black. But anyway, so this is the swatch sheet. These are their final results. So we will use these to be able to pick out color combination. Just continue to follow me, and I will help you come out with some awesome color combinations. Y'all have a good day. Bye.